Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 109th episode of Abyssal Musings. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me is my co-host and partner, Lawrence Knight. How you doing, man?
All right. Salutations and greetings.
Indeed. So, been a week since we saw you guys last. It's good to see you guys. Glad to be here. Hope you are too. And you'll notice that for once we're like right on time, actually slightly early by about 12 seconds. So this never happens. let's cheer.
Yeah, no, and this time I made sure that the arrow was on the right button this time. I was like, "Yep, I'm not messing up this time."
Yep. Smooth entrance all around. Very happy about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and say hello to the chat, and then we can get down to what we've got going on tonight. So
And speaking of that, who's listed as the first name? You may continue, good sir.
anyhow, we got Jacob Gallo with us, who's arguing the point. Good to see you, my man. We got Andy Pickle in chat tonight. Hello. Suka saying UFOs everywhere. Sam's family is looking for him. So we don't travel. We don't travel by UFO. We don't need to. Extra dimensional means exactly that. We can just slide between worlds. It's way simpler. So,
Unless Sam
um,
got a ticket for drunk shifting.
right. We've got Cavatello with us tonight. Hello, man. Good to see you. We've got Zillage. Yes. Very impressed with ourselves tonight. We're gonna pat ourselves on the back as much as we possibly can. We've got Beak in the chat. Hello, Beak. Good to see you, man. And then coming in right there is Aaron Laura. Good evening. Good to see you.
Aaron.
I think that's everybody so far. If you have not posted anything in the chat, feel free to do so, and I will try and highlight at least one of your chats so that you know that we see you. We are live currently on Twix, Rumble, and YouTube, so any one of those places is absolutely fine with us. You can watch wherever you like. Anyhow, Larry,
What?
how was your week?
It was the same as it is every week.
Fair enough. My week was had an interesting stream actually a couple of days ago, and by a couple of days ago I mean yesterday because I'm a retard. Um, and over on the Adam the Renaissance Nerds channel, we did the first inaugural episode of what he's calling Nerdgasm, which is a monthly, geek out about a specific sci-fi show. And the first episode focused on Stargate SG-1. Was on there with Jed, the Hollywood scholar, green-haired anti-liberal devil, made me do it. Ryan Legion Games and the Renaissance nerd himself, Adam, and it was a good time. It was a lot of fun reminiscing about something that we all actually loved, as opposed to talking about like shit pop culture that's the modern norm. So that was a pretty good time this week. I'm pretty happy to have participated in that.
Well, I'm I guess I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you. Hey, Lippo, good to see you. Or not see you. He's John Cena in the chat, everybody. Anyhow. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
That was ominous.
I'm an ominous guy.
All right. While Larry's creeping us out, why don't you tell us what's going on tonight?
We're gonna have another episode of the S Files. S for Samuel. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna do the UFOs today, but I figured you're probably gonna do that tomorrow because
We are, yeah.
Yeah, because you see what Iran said. Iran was like, "Oh, it's their motherships," and then our so-called leaders, aka the Biden administration, were like, it's not a mothership. Okay, then what is it?
Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff to talk about that, but we are going to cover that tomorrow on Screaming Through the Void. Yeah.
Yeah, so I figured I'd leave that. So tonight we've got a couple of news articles for you guys, and then the Christmas films we didn't get to those last week, so we're gonna look at that today. Um, and then we've got we have a. I wanted to take us back to our pop culture roots just a little bit, and not being just the same stuff everybody's talking about, but just um a I guess a quick discussion about a movie that will be coming out sometime this month, which is Nosferatu.
I'm actually looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a review that I came across, but I read it ahead of time. There's no spoilers. But then I found a better article on it that doesn't expose anything, but tells you how well the actors, how good of a job that the actors did without spoiling anything. I didn't know that Bill Skarsgård plays Nosferatu. And he's the same guy. If you guys don't know, Bill Skarsgård is the brother of the guy who played one of the lead vampires on what's that doggone show? Uh, they were like in the south somewhere.
Oh, you're thinking of yeah, you're thinking of True Blood. That was actually his brother.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I said
Alexander
he's
Skarsgård.
Yeah, I said he's the brother of the guy that was on True Blood.
Yeah.
But Bill played Pennywise in the remake of It. So it looks to me, and he was, and actually a lot of people may not know. This is not his first time playing a vampire. He actually played a vampire in a Netflix show called Hemlock Grove. So it looks
Which
to
I've
me like,
seen. Yeah.
yeah, it looks like he's starting to get typecast into monsters.
Yeah, I mean, it's his family plays a lot of like really visceral roles. Like
They
almost
do.
every one of his siblings is an actor, except one of his sisters is like a doctor or some shit like that. And their
Yeah.
father is Stellan Skarsgård, who a lot of you might remember from. He was in the recent Dune movies as Baron Harkonnen. He played the scientist guy in the Thor movies that went a little nuts. And served Loki. He's done tons and tons of work. I think he was in the original reboot of The Exorcist, the beginning as well, playing a young father.
Marin,
Yeah, no, no, not Marin. The other one, the Max von Sydow's character in the original.
wasn't he Marin?
No, Father Marin, I thought was he was the young priest. No, no, you're right. You're right. I think you are right. Yeah, yeah, Father Marin, because the other one begins with a C, I think, the younger one.
Yeah, like you said, they're known for their family is known for playing macabre
Mm.
characters. I mean, hell, Alexander Skarsgård also played a personal favorite of mine, Randall Flagg. So
Where did he play Randall Flagg at?
the Stan reboot a
Okay,
few
I
years
didn't
ago.
see that. So yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Um, I did. I'd also like to throw out here that their other brother Gustav, right, was fantastic as Floki in the show Vikings. By the way, he was really really good in that.
I never watched Vikings.
First four seasons are worth it. After that, it's kind of meh.
Didn't they kind of go feminist
That
originally?
was in the reboot. There was a little bit of that in the original, but there was a reboot called Vikings Valhalla last year, which they didn't only go feminist. Do you know who Hakon Sigurdsson was?
Yes.
So, for those who don't know, he was the last pagan king of Norway. Big, burly white dude.
Didn't they make
In
him
the
a black
show,
woman?
yes, they did. In Vikings
Yeah,
Valhalla, the sequel show, they made him a black woman
yeah. I
in like
I saw that. I was like, nope.
900 something.
Yeah, I was like, nope, because I was gonna get into Vikings, and I saw that, and I was like, nope.
Yeah, the original show is pretty good. It's wildly historically inaccurate. Wildly, the two main brothers in the beginning, Ragnar and Rollo. There's a lot of debate as to whether that person actually existed, and his brother Rollo in the show. If Ragnar did exist, they lived like 200 years apart and were unrelated to each other. So I mean, it's very, very inaccurate, but it's really well acted, and the stories are pretty engaging. And I would recommend the original series, at least up through season 4. There's some good stuff in seasons 5 and 6, but it falls off a little bit after certain events happen.
Well, you know what? Actually, Shadow, you're wrong. Ragnar's last name was not Lod. Was it Lodbrok?
It,
It was.
it's it yeah it's
It
this
his
Ragnar is Lothbrok.
no that Ragnar. His last name is Rock. Ragnarok.
Uh, that's a totally different thing.
I know, man. You ruin everything, man.
I know.
You and Shadow of God.
Anyhow, I would recommend Vikings. Just don't watch the spinoff.
Yeah, because apparently it spun out right into the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it gets a little stupid.
Got a little dark.
So yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that the character that Gustav Skarsgård plays,
Mhm.
Floki. I forget his last name, but he's essentially playing the Viking who discovered and founded Iceland.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So and he does a very good job. He's a very interesting character.
That's good. That's good. Well, no, I mean, it's just I like to watch the season. I want to see it to the end, and to be able to go watch 4 seasons because I'll blow through four. I'll blow through 4 seasons.
Yeah, they're
I'll
short too.
yeah, so I'll fly through them, and then to have to stop so that my intelligence doesn't get insulted.
Again, the last 2 seasons aren't the worst thing in the world. They're just not on the same level as the first 4. So like I said, I watched them and there's some really great moments in them, but overall they're not quite as good as the first 4 are.
Really, you don't think so?
No, like I said, I don't want to give anything away. There's certain events that happen, and once those events happen, it kind of takes it downshifts. I'm going to say downshifts because it's still watchable. It's still pretty enjoyable. It's just not as incredible as the first 4 seasons were.
Uh,
So
well, that is a letdown, though.
it happens with a lot of things. And if you are interested, I if from what I remember, I'm pretty sure you can find all of it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, folks. So go ahead and pay that $14 for Amazon Prime. Is it still
Well,
$14 a month?
I have no idea. I use my ex-wife's Amazon Prime. She pays for it.
Does she know that you're using?
I mean, she's the one who signed me in, and then I never logged out of it.
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
All right. So what else do we have tonight? If we have time for Monsters Ball, like tonight wasn't a Monsters Ball show, guys. We may or may not do this. But it is Deadites versus Cenobites.
Hmm.
Because I checked
Interesting.
I checked now. Here's something that I'm trying to do. Now I reached out to the mad scientist, that being Suka, who is currently working on a um special type of app for me for when I do these quizzes, so that things aren't um all jacked up.
A little smoother.
Yeah, yeah. So, sorry, I'm responding because he actually got back to me hours ago, and I didn't know he did. But no, so what I want to do is I kind of almost want to have it like, almost like what's that game? It's a board game, almost like Warhammer, but like almost like a 5-on-5 type of thing, or maybe up to 5, and almost have it like, where where you have like a battlefield, right?
Mhm.
And it's a team versus a team, and you could each monster, each team has a captain, and just kind of let whoever they pick battle it out. So imagine if if the Cenobites, you'd say you'd have Pinhead leading the Cenobites, and then you'd have Evil Ash running the Deadites,
Hmm.
right?
Interesting.
So, and to find out who will win. I mean, and we could kind of get everybody involved, even people in the chat. You know, I was able to find a powers list, that we can write out or type in. I mean, it's an ambitious project, but if we just start, with something bare bones and then build on it, it can it can improve a little bit. And for those of you guys don't know, Suka is a gaming programmer, so this is right up his alley. But I figured it might be a little fun, you either have one monster against another. We could have the conversation, or we could put them on the. We could, get teams, put them on the board, and see who wins.
Down the road, there's another YouTuber named Aruga Rabid who does these kind of survival challenges. Like, would such and such badass character survive in such and such other IP's world?
Mhm.
And he
There's a
does like
couple of
four
people. There's a
characters.
couple of them that does that.
Yeah, he does 4 characters per video though, and his stuff is actually really well thought out. And
Mhm.
at some point, I might reach out to him and see if he wants to join us for one of these.
I say go for it.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
always, the more the merrier. But that is it. That is the plan for tonight. And with that,
Neat.
I will transition.
I said neat. Sorry,
So
I'm
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 gonna.
running out of adjectives for agreeing with you.
It's good, but I'm gonna go ahead and transition us into the first story. So I came across this one. The most dangerous Christmas song that you should never listen to while driving, and why it could cause an accident. Now I thought this was going to be silly, and I kind of skimmed it a little bit, and I caught something caught my eye, so I was like, okay, well let me go ahead and put this on here. I mean, it's towards the end of the year. People are, you know, well, for the most part, are kind of taking a backseat to being insane, so to speak, with the crazy stuff that we're reading about. Um, except for this young lady right here, OnlyFans model cries after sleeping with 100 men in a day.
Ah, geez. Yeah, I've been hearing all about this. It's all over
Yeah.
the internet right now.
Hold on a second. But yeah, I decided to leave that one alone too. I was like, I'm not going to that one. So, what song of all the songs should you not listen to that are Christmas songs that can cause an accident? Now, I thought it was going to be that song by the Waitresses, um, and I don't know if you ever heard that song, but it's a pretty catchy tune that was done a long time ago.
I can't
But
say as I'm familiar with the Waitresses.
well, I don't know if they're a one hit wonder or not. I've heard the Christmas song that they sing. No, Suka, not Santa Baby. And somebody else had copied it. No, they were playing it at a party that I was at, and I said, "Who sings that song?" They said, "The Waitresses." And I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So this one, it says apparently a study from South China University of Technology (SCUT), where researchers found songs with a BPM greater than 120 are guilty of encouraging dangerous driving habits.
Yeah, I could see that.
Frosty the Snowman.
Really?
Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, man.
And who else is on that list? Jimmy Durante was named by Insuranceopedia as the most dangerous to drive to, skidding to number one with a potentially crazy making 172 BPM. So, two old songs that people are very likely to not be listening to in their cars. Anyway,
Yeah.
even
I don't
Mariah
even think
Carey's
they
on there.
yeah, I don't even think they play those on the radio that much anymore because they're, so out of
Oh, they
fashion
do.
these days.
Oh, they
Mariah
do.
Carey,
Where
I
I'm at.
absolutely believe. I
Yeah,
believe Mariah Carey.
no, no, where I'm at, I've heard Frosty on the radio, and I quickly turned.
No, fair enough, but, Mariah Carey, you like, her high-pitched scream like, squeals,
She
somebody
can
let
break
loose
glass.
a fucking angry piggy,
Yeah,
like, it
her octaves are high enough to break glass. That was tested
yeah,
like back in the early '90s.
I'm just saying, if your ears are bleeding, that's pretty distracting, you probably shouldn't be driving.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the second, and like like I just going into that, the second most dangerous song, "All I Want for Christmas Is You." I can understand that, and this song very likely is on several radio stations right now. So another so-called offenders include Jose Feliciano, Feliz Navidad. Okay, yeah, I can see that one. Santa Claus is coming to town, which has apparently been creating dangerous conditions on highways since 1934 when it when it first slayed on the pop charts. So I guess it is what it is. Um, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know why, and this is unrelated. But whenever I think about Christmas songs, it makes me think about Scary Movie 2.
Really?
Did you watch Scary Movie 2?
Yeah, a long time ago, but I never really associated it with Christmas stuff.
Do you
Any of
remember?
those movies.
Okay. Do you remember when Shorty just before that plant broken through the window and grabbed him and rolled him up and smoked him like a joint? You remember when he turned on that TV and it was like Lockdown Records is playing. It has Christmas music and it was like Jingle Balls. Santa Claus is coming on Mom's. All I want for Christmas is the charges drop and
No,
Frosty.
I don't
And it
remember
was
that at
like,
all.
yeah, and then the guy was like, and who could forget Frosty the Dope Man?
Yeah, no,
Oh yeah, and my favorite, Annie Up Bitches Christmas.
yeah. No, that's generally not what I think like, do you know that Christmas tune, the one that's like, I think it's the Little Drummer Boy or whatever, it might not be, but it's like, "Do you hear what I hear?"
Yeah, I remember that one.
Okay, so that particular song, right, I cannot hear that song and not think about, Billy Peltzer's mom fighting gremlins in her kitchen. Yeah, like, I always think of that movie when I hear that song. And there's, like, a gremlin hiding in the Christmas tree, and she puts one in a blender and one in a microwave.
That's funny. Oh man, but this night's turned out to be a good one so far. After all, now this second article you're gonna like. So decided somebody decided to well the cops are mad. Let me see where Oregon. Okay, so the cops are mad because some vandals are going around. They're putting googly eyes on out on statues outside. So
Are they damaging the statues with, like, the adhesive or something?
I don't know. It says a city in Oregon is pleading with locals to stop taping googly eyes onto roadside sculptures as the goofy gag is costing a pretty penny. So it must be causing damage to it. Let's see. Officials in Bend noticed the oversized optics taped onto metallic artwork of deer and geometric shaped.
I mean, that's pretty funny. Like, what I'm looking at, that's pretty hilarious.
And look at the cow. Look, look at the cow. Look at where his eyes are. What is that, mommy? I don't have one of those. Can I lick it?
Yeah.
Exactly what he's thinking. I know it's been a while since I had milk. Is that produced milk? Anyway, I mean, look, I'm sorry, but that's how he's looking. And one eye looking at her, the other eye looking at you. Do you have what she's had? I'm thirsty. Anyway, while the googly eyes placed on the various art pieces around town might give you a chuckle, it costs a pretty penny to remove them with care to not damage the art. Okay, so I mean, those googly eyes do have pretty strong adhesive on them.
Okay. Yeah, that's I mean, I could see if it's metallic,
Ooh.
I could definitely see that, being a problem for, like, bronze and whatnot, but if it was like that first one looked like it was stone, and I don't see how the adhesive would damage that at all.
Yeah, the removal has run upward of 1,500 because of the adhesive on the eyes.
That's a good question, Cavitano. Who sells googly eyes that big? No, I have no idea.
Look, they
I
even
think I
put
need to find out, though.
look, they even put one right here. They even
Yeah,
put one right there.
that's hilarious. You know, obviously, you shouldn't go around defacing art. I get that. You know, like I talk a lot of shit about those Just Stop Oil idiots who go around smashing up and defacing, 500-year-old paintings and whatnot. And this is essentially the same kind of thing, except it's a joke and not some bullshit political statement. So obviously, it's not a good idea to be going around messing with somebody else's stuff. That's not okay. But the images are hysterical.
Yeah, there they are. Let's see. Corten steel can lose rust patches from adhesive. Oh, needing chemical treatment to rust evenly. Okay.
Yeah.
Stainless steel requires strong solvents to remove adhesive residue. Now the Bend government is resorting to bargaining with the public. We love our
Huh.
roundabout art in Bend, so let's do our part to take care of it. While the googly eyes placed on the various art pieces around town might give you a chuckle, it costs money. So we already know that. We
Yeah.
While we don't condone the wreaths, lays, and Santa hats, let's stay away from adhesive, graffiti, and all the things that can damage the art. Um, However, the people have spoken. It seems like almost everyone wants the googly eyes. One person commented, "Isn't this public art? Give the people what they want." That's what happens, Oregon, when you be pushing those liberal policies.
So if the piece was commissioned and is on public property by the city, they're right. That is public art. However, that doesn't mean you can't be, you know, charged or told to pay for whatever damages for doing that. That'd be like taking a pickaxe to the side of your local city hall just to dig out a hole in the side of it, right? You're still gonna have to pay for that shit, even if it is public property.
Well, yeah, because to repair it, it's coming out of state taxes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe even federal taxes, depending on the state.
Hmm.
I mean, if it's California, they're gonna they're gonna use federal taxes for that. Whatever federal money
Yeah.
they got in, they're gonna if they decide to pay it at all. this last
Yeah.
article. Now, this last article. Now, I have to admit this one kind of pissed me off. Well, not pissed me off, but I just shook my head because for the sake of people who believe in a higher power, than themselves, it's knuckleheads who do stuff like this that makes it bad for other people, right? Christian OnlyFans top earner reveals bids to lose her virginity on camera. Quote, multiple companies offered. So OnlyFans top earner and quote and devout Christian Sophie Rain set the internet alight after revealing that porn companies are pitching her over $1 million to lose her much talked about virginity. Quote, multiple companies actually offered me 7 figures to take my V card. The Chase Rain 20 divulged to fellow content creator Camila Arroyo in a TikTok video with more than 7.5 million views. However, the paradoxical pornographer, who reportedly pulled in a cool 43 million in a year without having sex, is not ready to cash in her V card on camera. Let me say something right here.
Mhm.
Anybody who does something like this is not a Christian. Period. And I would say that if she claimed to be Muslim or anything else, anybody who says that they are something and their actions prove different than that, and granted, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I know quite a few devout Christians. Not one of them would do something like this, male and female. That I know that are very devout. Some of them are pastors that I know very well and wouldn't be caught dead doing something like this. This girl,
Yeah.
now, I don't think that this girl is a Christian. I think she said that. I think she used it. I think she's using it as a
Oh, it's
marketing.
marketing.
Yeah, it's a marketing tool. I don't believe that she's still a virgin either, because even now there's a surgery that she can get that will reattach her hymen. If she
Dude,
made
she's not
40,
even an anal virgin. Come on.
yeah. Well, we don't know that.
Well,
I mean,
there's also a trend among like born agains and Mormons and such where, they get it into their heads that anal sex doesn't count.
it counts. And you know what? And so they'll do it. And then, if they meet somebody, like you who says, well, it counts, they'll get some shoelaces and try to tie their anuses shut with it. You know,
Right.
oh, it's
So
closed, you know.
so I would disagree slightly that that anybody who would do this is not a Christian. I would say they're not a good one. They're obviously like they can be a believer, but they're obviously not, a good Christian. Um, because of course, obviously,
The Bible says different, buddy. The Bible
very
says
much.
different.
Well, it is what it is. But you know how I feel about this. Like I hear so many different perspectives from so many different denominations, and none of them can agree with each other. So I'm just talking from an outsider's
Well, I
perspective. But
don't
if I
care what the
remember correctly,
I don't care what they
the
say. I care what the Bible
I know you
says.
don't. If I remember correctly, tattoos are also taboo in all of the desert faiths, right?
Mm,
Like if
that's
you're
a common
even
that's a
certain
common
Jewish.
that's a common belief, but there's something it's a bit different about that. That was something that was specific to the Jews, not other people. That's a
Yeah, well,
whole nother conversation.
I do know that there's at least two Jewish sects that if you get a tattoo on your body, you cannot be buried in their cemeteries. That's still a thing today. But yeah, I mean, like the idea of no tattoo stems from the your body's a temple, don't do anything to mar or disturb the temple that God gave you, if I remember correctly.
It may or may not, but that's why I said it's a separate subject, because this is something that it would take the whole that this conversation alone would take the entire show up, and then we'd be
Yeah.
next week talking about it. That's why I
Yeah.
wanted to
So
kind of leave it just a little bit, not go too deep. But
somebody's gonna.
hey, that's all you. I'm sure you've got the right tentacle for the job.
I'll be honest, man. She looks a little too young for me.
I mean, let's see.
What is she, like 20?
Yeah, that's what they said. She's 20. She looks
Yeah, I'm
younger
not.
than that, man. I wouldn't go anywhere near her.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't touch that with your dick. No offense.
Yeah, but I think look on his face, it's a marketing tool. If she takes that deal from them, first of all, she doesn't need their money. She doesn't need their money. It doesn't make any
Mhm.
sense for her to give up the main part of her marketing for them. We'll give you $1 million. Well, I made 43 million without losing my virginity on camera. So unless you're gonna give me 50 million, you know, and I can just quit and stop what I'm doing and go do something else with my life, it's whatever.
So I don't understand why anybody would want to lose their virginity where other people can see it. And the reason for is actually a little bit more personal than the obvious distaste for that kind of act in, a public setting or like an online setting or whatever. But it's that particular act is very personal and usually very awkward and goofy and unpleasant, and like there's all kinds of things that could go along with that. And there's no reason for anybody but the person you're with to have any knowledge of what happened, right? So
Right.
I can't get past this whole like, why would you film it? Why would you put it out there for the public to see? It's a very personal fucking thing, and it should not be on display.
I agree with you, but you know what? I mean, you have those companies. They look at this girl and they're like, it's no different than walking into a strip club and prepositioning a stripper. She's already at the door knocking. They're just opening the
Yeah.
door. They're just opening the door, hoping that she'll walk in and continue to ruin her life even more. You know?
Well, yeah, I would say she's probably got a few years of very fucking poor choices ahead of her. I mean, maybe she'll figure it out down the road and turn her shit around. That happens, and I hope she does. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably not. And it's it's her life, so
Yeah. Maybe we should get Shadow in there. He can make a baby with her.
I don't know if Amira. Excuse me. Sorry, folks. I don't know if Amira will accept that though. I mean, is she pure? Is she Aryan?
I don't know.
Amira said she had to be pure. I don't know where she. I don't know where he's gonna find that.
I honestly, she like somebody said in the chat, she looks a little Asian, and she kind of does, but she also looks a little Icelandic, and they are very white. They just so I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at her face and stuff. Uh, I would say she might have some Filipino in her. Something. I'm not sure. I don't think. Well, look who's here. Now, Amir, I'm
Hi,
glad
Amir.
you're here. We have a quick question.
See,
Um,
when I'm gone, this is what you guys do. You told me that you were talking about politics and religion, and I come here and I see strippers, and what am I looking at? Can you
we
guys
didn't
get
tell you.
together?
Okay. First of all, we never told you that we were talking about politics or religion. We haven't even spoken to you this week.
Listen, listen. The point is, I
I'm
can
just.
read your mind. We were supposed to be talking about politics and and, and pandas in China, not
Okay.
not strippers and
Well, actually, you're going to be upset with this one because this girl right here, she made $43 million on OnlyFans. She claims that she's a virgin and she claims to be a Christian. And she's on here bragging, saying that some phantom porn company offered her $1 million to lose her virginity on camera. 20 years old. So Sam suggested that since this girl claims to be a virgin, and we know Shadow's a virgin, um,
Shadow better
that
not
he.
be Shadow. Are you a virgin? Oh
I
my
don't know if
god.
he's still here. He was here. I don't know if he still is. But Sam, just before you jumped in, Sam said, "I wonder if Amira would allow. I wonder if Amira would allow Shadow to hook up with her. Would she count?" And I said, "Well, is she pure Aryan?" And then everybody in the chat, they're like, "Well, she looks like she might have some Asian in her. I think she's got some Filipino in her. Because I'm looking at her face. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know."
Dude, she'd break that boy. Come on.
No, no. This is not. She has a tattoo. Is that a tattoo
She
on
has
her arm?
several.
She's no virgin. She's not a virgin.
Yeah. So
That's what I said. I said she's not even an anal virgin.
yeah, and that's the thing too, because I was reading the other day, there's a surgery now where women are getting surgeries to reattach their hymen so that they can tell men that they're virgins.
Oh, that's
And
happened in the Middle East since the beginning of time. I want to tell you something.
okay,
When you're talking about a person being virgin, it doesn't only mean that the person has not had sex. It means that the person is virgin of mind as well. And a person that hasn't been licking penises, hasn't been sucking penises, hasn't been doing what she's doing. All of this stuff, these are not actions of a virgin girl. These are not actions of a woman that, even if she is, let's say she hasn't had sex, she is not virgin in my eyes because she the way she behaves, she's not mentally a virgin. She's definitely not mentally virgin. So she has the mind of a whore, even if she hasn't had sex yet. So I don't consider her a virgin, even if she hasn't had sex. She could have been lesbian through all her teens, and she could have been licking other carpets through her teens, and then saying she's a virgin because she hasn't had sex with a man. So I don't girls like this, I don't consider them proper virgins. I just don't.
No,
I
I
wouldn't.
agree with you. And we were saying that she's using her quote status as a. She says that she's a devout Christian, not just a Christian, a devout Christian virgin. It's a marketing tool.
Right.
Who's paying $43 million this girl made? $43 million for what?
So yeah, this is why I'm in and she's not a virgin camp, because here's the thing. Since the dawn of time, virgins have been in high demand for one reason or another, right? It's not always sexual, but there is a power.
Mentality that comes with it. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a power in innocence, and it can be used for a great many things. Some of them are fucking evil things. And so yeah, this has all been about a payday for her, in my opinion. When you go out and you say, "Hey, I'm a virgin who wants to take my virginity and pay me a lot of money to do it," right? That's like, virgins are very rare these days in the West, anyway. So of course people are going to jump on that because it's a chance to despoil that virginity, right? And if she says she's a Christian, even better, because now you're corrupting a Christian, right? And people will not only pay to do that, but pay to see that, because we're all fucked up.
What I know, I get that, but the thing is, virginity. If you're really going to get down to it, Samael, you brought up a good point about that through the beginning of time. The beginning of time, we look at virginity now. Virginity now is just a piece of skin. It's a hymen, and you can lose your hymen by riding a bicycle. You can break your hymen. It's just a piece of skin. But the thing about that is that people want virgins not for that piece of skin. It's not really about the piece of skin. It's about the mentality that comes with that, the saving oneself and all of that. Because even if you don't have a hymen because you broke it riding a bicycle or what have you, if you're a virgin, you haven't had sex yet, it's still a very valuable thing, even if you don't have that silly piece of skin that you can lose or whatever at any time. It only takes one wrong move to lose that piece of skin. So virginity has been hyped up, not because of the piece of skin, but because of the mentality that comes with it. And she doesn't have it. She's covered in tattoos.
And that's why I mentioned the ancient times thing. Like if you look at the myths of old Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unicorns are attracted by innocence and virginity. That's how you capture them, right? You use a virgin as bait, right? When a dragon is ravaging your village, right? What do you do to placate the dragon? You offer them a virgin as a sacrifice, something to despoil, something innocent to destroy.
Right.
And it sates them for a while, because in Europe, dragons were terrible, terrible things. There's a reason for that. Even in when people talk about like human sacrifice, right? Virgins were always the more preferred sacrifice because of the innocence, because you were offering something unique and pure and something that could only be offered once, which was this person's innocence.
One-time thing. And that's the thing. And that's why I said it's not about the piece of skin. It's about the mentality that comes with it, the innocent mind, hopefully that's what it is. Because even if you have a virgin girl who thinks like a slut, or who is, I think I've talked about this a while back, but you have virgin girls who have already had oral sex, they have given hand jobs, they've done all these random things, but they're still virgin because they still have that piece of skin there. And would you consider that girl a virgin? You don't really consider her a virgin because she's already been tainted mentally. She's not really a virgin. But then you have other virgins who don't have their hymen. And okay, she doesn't have a hymen, but she's still a virgin. So do you say she's not a virgin just because she doesn't have that piece of skin when mentally she has the real mind and the real innocence of a real virgin? But
Yeah.
she doesn't have a hymen. So it's like it's not about the piece of skin. So if she's saying that she's a virgin, the girl who's on this screen here, if she's saying she's a virgin, that means nothing. That just means she has a piece of skin, great. But she's mentally not virgin.
Hmm.
No,
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with
You
that.
know,
I
'cause
just
I've known girls who have, when they were like 6 or 7 years old, fallen on something and it's broken that piece of skin, but they, stayed uh, chaste until they were married, right, and started popping out babies and whatnot. Like, I would not consider those girls not a virgin because that's not there was an accident when they were a kid.
Right.
I don't think that should count.
That's
no,
right.
it doesn't. And
That's why I
I
said it's not about the piece of skin. It's about the essence of a person being a virgin. And if this woman doesn't have that essence, then what's the big deal about her? Even if she does have a piece of skin down there, she's not a virgin. Look at her; she's covered in tattoos.
she's
She's
a
Mhm.
she's got herself on display like a whore. So you act like a whore, we're gonna treat you like a whore.
yeah. No, I agree. She's a lying thought, and you can tell. And it's funny. This is a little bit similar. There is a college football player who is set to go into the NFL. He's proposed to his girlfriend. He's going to marry her just before he goes, into the NFL training camp. And it's been all over the news that she was getting an attitude with him on camera after a game where he had one of the best games in his college career. And college players they're getting paid now. They're basically pros.
Mm.
And while a YouTuber was showing a video of her giving the football giving her boyfriend an attitude because he tried to kiss her and she shoved him off and was being belligerent to him. Somebody in the chat said, "Hey, I live in Georgia. This chick used to dance at the Cheetah Club in Atlanta during COVID," and the YouTuber responded and called and said, "No, man, stop making stuff up." And then somebody else came on and said, "No, he's right because I've seen her too." And then the guy was like, "Well, prove it." And he said the first guy emailed him her phone number. And he said, "Well, how do I know this is their phone number?" He said, "Get this." He said, "Go on Cash App and run the phone number, and it'll
Oh,
show you exactly who it is." And he said, sure enough, it was her.
Mhm.
oh my gosh.
And he said he texted her and he said, "Hey, do you want to? I'm a YouTuber. Do you want to comment because I've got people in the chat that are saying that you are a stripper, and everybody's trying to warn this guy not to marry this girl because he's on Deion Sanders' football team, and even Deion Sanders told him, 'Hey, go get you a prenup. What are you doing?' But
Hmm.
this kid's not listening to anybody. So
She's probably out for money.
yeah, and you can look at the way just like this. You can look at the way that she talks and stuff, and the way she handles herself, and it's like she's a 304. You see, she dresses just like this girl.
I mean, but that's the thing. Why are men attracted to girls like this? I understand that, okay, you could say, oh, I like to see a pretty body. But she's out there, like every man has seen her.
Hmm.
Because
Every
it's
man,
easy.
it's easy.
Hmm.
But men are attracted to this look.
Yeah, because it's easy. It usually now I'm not saying that somebody who wears a bathing suit in public is always going to be like, oh yeah, lay me down, I'm a hooker or whatever. That's not the case with every woman, but it, to our animal lizard brain, we see this and we think, okay, I can either go after the librarian who's wearing a fucking turtleneck, or I can go after this person who's going to be much less of a challenge.
Yeah.
But people see her as hot.
Ah, she's pretty. I'm not going to say that she's not, but
No, I'm not talking about pretty. There's a difference between pretty, hot, and sexy and cute. They're going to see her as hot. There's a difference between pretty, sexy, hot, and cute. You know that. I didn't say anything about her face. I'm talking
yeah,
about the style.
Her
I,
body.
I get what you're saying. I just, like I told Larry right before you got here, she looks like a kid to me, so I'm not
Yeah, she
interested
looks.
at all. So I don't see the hotness.
Yeah, it said that the article says she's 20, but I'm like, she looks like. To me, It's like I'm looking at a 16-year-old. I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't go anywhere near her.
Every picture that you're bringing up, I see a new tattoo.
Yeah, she's got
There's a
several.
picture. I didn't even see that one on the other arm. Now I'm
Yeah,
seeing that one. I saw.
and there's a little line. There's another one that I didn't see. It looks like a little line. But
Yeah.
see, here's what the article is trying to get her back. Rain has paid off her parents' debts via her OnlyFans gig. No decent father is gonna want their daughter paying off their debts doing this.
No. In my family, we get disowned. If the whole family, if the whole world, oh look, now she's covered when she's on a podcast. Oh, now she looks cute and innocent on the podcast.
When that
But
was
come
what
on,
she got on. It's basically a bodysuit.
Looks like
I
a
mean, we can
sock,
still see your
actually.
body, but
Like she cut a hole in the sock.
Yeah.
Got in it.
like that's the most clothes that I've seen her in, and it probably has cleavage all the way down. But whatever. I mean, so that's what you guys were talking about. This girl who claims to be a virgin.
We were going through this, and we're just going through the chat, but this is I don't know. It just caught my eye. Um, it just caught my eye. But yeah, we were just talking about this. Um, oh, she speaks.
A lot of offers from different people. Multiple companies actually offered me 7 figures to take my V card.
And what'd you say?
No. Why would I do that?
What do you mean no?
What do you
What do you mean? Hey, Camilla, nice to meet you. Hire me. I'll do it. I'll take it. I'll take one for the team. Okay, hit me up. 7 figures aquí, por favor.
Really?
Okay. Forget her.
You're really just gonna say that on? I
Might
mean,
not be a
even
V
if you
card.
would,
It's gonna
what?
be like a 13th card, but it's okay.
Okay.
Sophie.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if you would, why would you advertise yourself like that in front of the world?
Yeah, I don't know. Where is she, Larry? Is she in the States or Canada, or do you remember?
Let's see.
Somebody else trying to hunt her down.
Oh yeah, you know he is.
No. No, somebody said in a chat that she wasn't old enough to drink, and then somebody Poe, I think, said that the drinking age is 18, and that depends on where you are. If she's in the States, it's 21.
Yeah. It doesn't say.
Well, who cares about drinking? Supposedly she's a devout Christian, so why would she care about drinking?
Florida.
Oh yeah, it's 21. The reason I bring that up is because like it illustrates how young she is and how foolish this is.
Yeah. Here she goes. Quote, I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin till this day. The abstinent influencer previously declared to YouTuber Kowski. I'm a Christian. I know it seems odd that I'm doing OnlyFans, but I don't do anything else with anyone on my OnlyFans. It's just me. So you
So she has
are
an only. Oh my gosh.
Yes. That's where she made the $40-something million. That's where she made it.
Hey, Devil.
So she's doing something. Devil's making her do something.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But here, Amir, here's where the kicker is. She claims that she's saving herself for marriage. A lot of guys, the guy that she wants is not going to marry her. Not now.
No. She's gonna get a bunch of creeps who are like, oh, I want to get a virgin, just so I can just like take her for her virginity, and then I'm gonna like go away. Like she's gonna get a bunch of creeps. She's gonna get people wanting to throw money at her, and then that's it. Then the ride is over.
She's good looking. She has $40 million. No, he's gonna stick around. I mean, if you catch that fish, you're holding on to it.
A woman's money has never kept a man.
Well, the kind of guy
I'd marry her tomorrow.
Well, if that were the case, Oprah would be the most married woman in the world.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
That's fair.
You know what's funny is that Oprah, if you Google a list of the richest black American men, Oprah is number 5 on that list.
Are you?
I'm dead serious. At least it was a couple years ago when I did it.
Hey, who's number 10, Michelle? Big Mike?
She was
Big
the only
Mike?
person on there who wasn't a dude, but it was pretty funny that she was included as she was the 5th richest black man in America.
And Big Mike is probably number 7 or number 10.
Big Mike.
Oh, yeah, not even close to Oprah. The Oprah's worth something like $500 billion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's.
You know where she got a lot. You know where she got a lot of that money is real estate.
500
Yeah.
billion. That's
buying
Elon
land.
money. No, I
Like
know she
some-
was the first black woman to have $1 billion, and I'm sure she's 5 times that now. But yeah,
Well, you know who she has to thank for that money, right? Because she got some advice. Somebody advised her to stop investing in what she was investing in, and to invest in land and properties, and that was Bill Cosby.
yeah.
If she hadn't listened
Yeah.
to Bill Cosby, she wouldn't be where she is today.
And then she burned down half of Hawaii to get more.
Yep. I don't know if he advised her to do that. But
Well, he was in jail at the time, so
I thought he got out. Yeah, I thought they let him out.
yeah. But
Yeah.
at the time of the La Hyena fires, he was still in jail at that time.
Suka's saying it was from HT. Yeah, but
don't spell it out, Suka. Like spell it differently because of the the moderators.
YouTube. But yeah, that's where we're at today. Devil is just the whole catch with this is the girl says that she's a virgin and that she's a devout Christian, but yet she's on OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's pretty contradictory.
No way she's made $43 million just standing there in a bikini.
Yeah, I'm sorry if God has a problem with some dudes putting their hands on their penis. I'm sure he's pretty upset with you showing your shit.
Yeah. But with that said, so the next thing that we have, we've got some good old fashioned Christmas fails. Now, I'm glad that our resident, well, I wouldn't call her the Grinch, because Amira went and bought a Christmas tree, so I guess she kind of celebrates Christmas.
I had to explain to Shadow what a Tannenbaum was after you showed your tree on your stream.
No, I bought 3.
Oh, you bought 3?
Yeah.
you would have then. Okay.
I was like, why have one when we can have one on each floor?
As big as that house. Yeah, as big as that house is. Shoot. Alrighty. So we got some Christmas fails for you guys. Let's see.
Oh, that's funny.
What?
That's funny.
That's not necessarily a fail because there's certain guys that will wear the same shirt. They have like 12 pairs of the same damn shirt. Like
I'm one of those guys.
Yeah.
I have like with pants, right? I have 7 pairs of exactly the same kind of and size and brand of pants because it's just easier that way.
Oh, I knew it wasn't shirts because I was like, I've seen you in so many shirts. There's no way.
Right. Yeah, but like I understand the sentiment. There was a similar thing in the 1985 version of The Fly. There's a bit where Gina Davis looks in Jeff Goldblum's closet and he's like 5 sets of exactly the same clothes. And he's like, yeah, I learned it from Einstein. This way I don't have to expend any energy thinking about what I'm going to wear.
Well, Amira she never wears the same outfit twice. She wears it once, then she has it, dry cleaned, and then she donates it.
Well, I try to give back to charity. So.
Well, that
I always
girl
figured you burned them afterwards.
That girl we were just talking about could use some of your clothes. She could probably use your whole wardrobe. Seeing as she has a lack of one.
Seriously.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty
Wait, I don't understand.
Getting it.
Peppermint.
Charlie Brown is on top of Peppermint Patty.
No, that's
I think
Linus.
that's Linus.
Yeah,
Linus. That's right.
Linus is on top of Peppermint Patty, and what's her name is like covering her eyes. Peppermint.
I wasn't on
Patty's
top of nobody. Who is Linus?
Marcy. Yeah.
And Peppermint Patty's a lesbian, man. This is.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
Yeah. Or supposedly.
I don't think it was ever explicitly stated that she was. She was just a tomboy,
Oh,
but it was
hell
taken that
no.
way later on.
Oh no, those dogs would be puppy soup. But nope.
By the way,
I will
where are
sell
those
them
rats?
to my Asian neighbors. They will be sold to my Vietnamese neighbors.
Where are those rabbits at?
They're
I guess
comfortable mittens now.
I guess we'll move on. Vampires do eat rabbits. Grandpa license to get. I mean, come on, that's not a fail.
No, that's a
Grandma,
simple mistake.
yeah, that's not a fail. And some of these people need to. Oh wow, okay. We left some Christmas decorations in the driveway last night, which I just remembered. And when I turned on my car this morning,
Oh,
I
that would,
about crap my pants.
yeah,
How to do it.
that would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah,
Oh, crap.
that would scare the crap out of me too. Yeah, let's see. My wife and I have a tradition of picking out the ugliest tree.
That tree is diseased.
Yeah, that tree is done. Dude.
It looks like it got irradiated. It looks like it's from Chernobyl.
Yep.
Chernobyl tree.
Oh man. Okay, let's see. Oh, she fell when the Christmas card photo shoot with the sheep goes wrong.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna eat her.
Seriously.
Looks like a horror movie that Sam would love.
Right.
Crack goat.
It kind of does.
Crack sheep.
Night of the Ba.
Actually,
Oh,
Oh,
no.
That's
That's the
unfortunate.
ugliest suit ever.
yeah. You've heard of ugly sweaters now. The ugly Christmas
Ugly
suit.
suit.
at
Right?
least, at least he's coordinated.
Could you imagine if that's your lawyer and he walks in and that's just like,
Oh my god! If he
I'd be
walked
like,
in
I'm
the
a goner.
courtroom like that, the
I'm a
judge
goner.
you wouldn't even. If I was a judge, we wouldn't even be able to get started. I'd be on the floor laughing.
No, let me tell
Yeah,
you
well,
guys really quickly before you guys move on from this. Judges have strict dress codes, right? And
Mhm.
some judges are more particular than others. Now, a lot of judges, if you show up in a funny suit, a lot of times they will take it as you mocking the court. Mocking the court is mocking the judge. So a lot of times they'll take it as you mocking them.
Oh yeah,
So
I've seen my cousin Vinny like 7 times.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, something like that happens.
Yeah.
Something like that happens, and you get sanctioned. We've had judges sanction female attorneys for not wearing a skirt suit, for wearing a pantsuit. You know, some are
Yeah.
just very I mean,
It's like, well, you know,
That's
I mean,
a far
it's
cry
like
from.
Vinny
That's a far
says.
cry from what this guy is wearing.
Yeah. I wore this ridiculous thing for you.
Well, it's okay in like if a joke kind of Christmas party and stuff, but it's unprofessional if it was literally like I said, like a lawyer to walk into court that way, I would say. Yeah.
Which reminds me, just real quick, you guys let me know in the chat. Would you be interested in Amira coming on every once in a while and doing a legal lioness segment?
Yeah.
why would you? Can we move on to the next picture?
Sure thing. Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
That wasn't a mistake. That wasn't a fail. Somebody did that on purpose, man.
Seriously. That
I
has
wonder
to be
what's inside.
Oh,
A Barbie doll. Oh, did I tell you, Sam, that my mother called me upset a few weeks ago. She's like, "Your sister and I went to go get Barbie dolls for one of your nieces." I said, "Okay." Well, we found this Ken doll. I said, "Okay, well, yeah, Ken's been Barbie's boyfriend for years. Like, what is it? Like you find like a post-divorce Ken that's got a rope around his neck and a letter in his hand or something, you know?" And she said, no, it was sugar daddy Ken, and he like had gray hair.
Oh no. No. Oh.
And I thought she was lying, but she wasn't. She said no. She said it said Sugar Daddy Ken, and he had gray hair
No.
and a lot of money.
That's crazy. They're teaching little girls about this?
Yes.
Oh, they've been teaching little girls about this shit for a while now with a bunch of different toy lines. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. It's funny if it were for adults, but I mean, this is all right.
All right. Let's see. Somebody put a hole all over. There are 1,000 little holes all over my house. There are holes on my kids. There will be holes forever.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
Somebody watched the Players Club.
No, that was Rachel actually called me singing that. So that's how I found out.
Rachel called you.
Yeah. I came over to her house. Oh, no. Actually, I came over to her house. And as soon as I walked into her house, she started singing that and she turned on a song, but I don't remember what the song was. But it did start off by saying there's some hoes in this house. And I was like, are you trying to say something about me because I'm walking in your house? She's evil. She's evil.
There's some holes in this house.
There are some hoish.
But if she used plural, then that would include her too, though.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, I see what they. Yeah, the holes are all over.
Why the wait? Why is the baby's legs posed like that? Like that's a weird pose for a child.
Yeah, you put a hole in a child. Yeah, that's a fail. Dad made me these decorative trees in his workshop.
That's the same thing with like glitter and those little rhinestone looking things and all that stuff. It's impossible to get rid of that shit once it's everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Are those butt plugs?
Whoa, what did I come back to? Holy crap.
Those look like butt plugs.
What's a butt? Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we went through this already. So I still don't understand how that works. I still don't understand how that would go anywhere.
It's just supposed to like sit in there and spread things out.
Spread things out.
It prepares the way for a penis.
Wait, Samael, we're not talking about. I can't believe it's not butter. Spread it out, spread it around. What are you talking about spreading things out? We're not talking about spread eagle and gymnastics, Samael. We are not talking about the spread of an eagle, Samael. What are you talking about?
We're gonna do this. Okay, so
hold on before you say anything. If you shove one of those in somebody's butt deep enough, you're gonna be spreading something. It won't be butter.
Yeah,
like
well, I mean, it depends on how
tribal
big
and
they
the
are.
Olympic dildo. What the fuck?
So basically, yeah, it's to as we all know, that particular passageway is only supposed to go one way. So most people clench up when presented with the prospect of something going the wrong direction. This is a way to sort of ease the passage.
Ease what passage? We're not talking about passages.
It stretches the butthole so a penis can go inside it. That's what it's for.
Butt sex.
You made me say it.
Butt sex.
I was trying to be coy about it, but here we are.
Butt sex.
Can we move on past the cone heads, please?
Yes, ma'am. It's it's to prepare you for getting monkeypox.
Okay.
Yeah. Cats. Look what the cats did.
Oh,
I told
look at
you,
those
man.
babies. Look at those
All
babies.
cats are bastards.
That's
No,
Charlie right there. Mom, I'm coming home. That's Charlie.
I couldn't be mad. Those are my babies.
You were mad when he broke your floor.
That was a heated marble floor. There's a difference between
Charlie tore that floor up. And we warned you.
He dropped the Picasso on the floor.
And we warned you. But why did he do it though? We told you. What did she do, Sam? Did she give him a bath or did she shave him?
No, I shaved his hair off because No,
As a punishment.
No, it wasn't a punishment. I was shaving him because I thought I was doing a good thing by grooming him.
Yeah, and he didn't
By
like that
shaving.
very much.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
That cat was pissed. I remember that. I was like, he's gonna get you.
And he had never done it before. He had always been in that bathroom, and he had never and then that one night where I shaved him, he knocked over my Picasso, and it fell so hard on well, it wasn't my Picasso, it was my husband's, but it knocked over so hard that when it fell, it broke the marble floor tiles, which opened up the heating element underneath.
Oh,
The heating, because heated floors. Well, heated floors are very delicate in particular, and oh my god, I wanted to kill that darn Charlie.
Yeah, I don't think the tile can be too thick on heated floors because you're trying to get the heat through the tile. So
that's the thing, and they were delicate, and yeah. So anyway, that happened.
Poor Charlie.
Poor me. What do you mean, Charlie?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not at all.
Oh,
and either he did that on purpose.
He forgot the G in front.
W. That's disturbing.
Santa just shitting out children.
Oh, that's what's happening. No. Why would the hole be that big if it were actually him pooping? Okay.
Probably because he used a butt plug.
Okay, Samael. All right, can you take Samael off?
That's exactly what he did.
Well, technically, I do have the power.
When are you guys gonna grow up? When? I'm waiting.
Men don't. You know that, right?
I can tell.
When you have your kid paint wrapping paper, but it ends up looking like you murdered the UPS guy and stole his package.
It does kind of look like a murder happened.
Yeah.
Those reindeer.
All right. Okay. No, Aaron, this is not. It is not satisfactory.
There never comes a point in a man's life where he stops laughing at dick and fart jokes.
No.
Okay.
All right. Remember that from A Christmas Story?
Unfortunately, yeah.
That was it still is the ugliest lamp of all time.
I would still put it up if I had one, even though it is ugly as shit.
Amira, have you ever seen A Christmas Story?
Never.
Oh, just wait.
There's a lamp like this in there. It's a key plot point.
Yeah.
No, BTK. No, Charlie was not sent away because of that's okay. That's not. Listen, he was not. That all right. Listen, we got over it. Okay, he's living with family because they wanted. It's not because of the marble floor. I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay.
He threatened to have you killed.
No. The marble floor was fixed within the week, so it's fine. It's not a big deal.
He got put in the naughty corner for breaking the floor, but when he shit in the naughty corner, that's when it went it got elevated.
That was the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
Light up Christmas.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Hey, where's this at? Detroit? This is in Detroit.
Oh.
Devil's Night Part 2. My cat got stuck in the wall on Christmas Day.
Oh, I get it. He's walling him.
The basement.
Did you guys ever
was left open when it was built a few months ago, so he climbed into the cupboards and into the ceiling before falling into the wall. This was at my mom's house, and he was stuck for about 2 hours while we tried to figure out his exact location and cut a hole to release him. He is perfectly fine and even tried to go back in the hole.
It's a black cat. Of course it does that.
Did you guys ever read the there's an Edgar Allan Poe story called The Black Cat that involves walling a guy up, and he gets in there with a cat, and the cat's yowling is what saves him. Because people hear
Oh,
yowling coming from the wall, and they open it up to help the cat out, and they find a guy who's been tied up and left in there to die by his buddy.
wow.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
The cat saved his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin got me a drone for Christmas.
It's I got my kids this little thing that's like little it had little helicopter blades on it, but it only worked for like a couple of seconds because it was a wind up. It wasn't like electronic or any of that nonsense. And yeah, it was about a fraction of the size of this thing, and it kept getting tangled in their hair.
He got the same shirt.
See, this I get being pissed about because no kid likes to get clothes on Christmas. Old people, we love it because it's practical and useful, but kids don't want that shit.
No.
I always loved clothes for Christmas. I was different though, I guess.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna wear them once and then burn them, shit, you need more clothes.
Well,
Oh, you were
America,
here for that conversation?
she got matching Ferraris last year.
Wait, what did Shadu say? He said, I trust Amira to have my best interest at heart. Shadu, I'm trying, but you're making this very difficult.
You are.
I'm getting to the point where I might have to just have something happen to you instead. Ugh.
She's gonna turn you out, dude. Get ready to work them streets.
Kid throwing a tantrum.
Oh, wow. And the
Yep.
parents, right, they left him there. Good.
Home Alone 12.
Home Alone 12.
Christmas, everyone. That's kind of horrifying. Somebody ate the frosting.
My
Oh
on the
god,
ice.
all these cookies are horrifying. Holy crap.
What is that? What is that?
There's
That's-
one at the bottom.
I think
I
it's
think
a bear.
I think it's a
No, there's something wrong with that. It looks like a fox on crack or something.
It looks like one of those burnt koalas, yeah, from the fires in Australia.
Is it
It looks
foaming at the mouth? Is it
Yeah, it
foaming at
looks
the mouth?
It looks like a cheetah would come on his mouth.
Oh god.
He looks confused and angry at the same time. I can't tell.
Well, he just got plowed in the butt. He just had one of those butt plugs pulled out.
Why would you, Larry? What is wrong with you?
I'm just stating facts. The look
Oh my
on his
god,
face.
your mind is so corrupted.
It's yeah, it looks like a molested Tony the Tiger.
If we're gonna go down that route, it looks like he forgot to exhale as it went in.
Okay, see,
Oh.
Samael,
Okay, all right, Amira. We'll be.
I was
I'm
just
done.
trying to
Done.
get Larry to act like he has some sense, and then you had him start it up again. Why would you
I shut up.
see? You know
I
what you
know
need,
when not to push it with you.
Samael. You know what you need? You need to hang out with good Christian girls like that OnlyFans girl. You need to hang out with good.
If she was a little older, I might.
She'll read the Bible to you.
If she was if she was a redhead, he would.
Oh boy.
Another same shirt. I use chocolate bells instead of kiss.
You know what that looks like?
Boobs.
That look. Oh no, I wasn't gonna say that. What? It does. Okay. Whose boobs look like that? Okay. That's not what I was gonna say, but okay.
Those are some Caribbean nipples.
Whose boobs look like that?
Sukas do.
What? I was gonna say they look like orangutan. Well, whatever, but
Orangutan nipples.
Poop cookie.
This is how well your Christmas card photo shoot is going.
oh wow, he's not cooperating.
I've had days like that.
It looks like it's too hot to have a Christmas card anyway.
Brother and his boyfriend may be Merry Christmas to my wonderful brother and boyfriend.
Oh.
Sweet home Alabama.
Let's see. Christmas ice marbles and expectations versus reality. Oh, okay.
Because they explode, don't they?
Yeah.
In the cold. I think they explode in the cold, the marbles. That's why it was cut in half, I think.
I got something I got to show you guys. It's going to take a minute.
Sweet home Alabama.
Take over, Sam, while I do this.
I was gonna let Amira sing. You know, she was gonna serenade us all with her. Yeah,
I'm trying to get it out.
Leonard Skinner repertoire.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I have a question for Amira. So I read, it was an article I read. It may or may, I don't think I put it on the list for tomorrow, but I know you guys know that Christopher Wray, the FBI director, quit, and he, on his way out, he just promoted a bunch of people, and it looks like he put them in key positions so that when Kash Patel comes in, he's trying to make it difficult for Kash Patel to get rid of those people so that they can stab Trump in the back, like what happened back in 2017. So he just promoted a bunch of people on his way out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And plus, Kash Patel, the other day, he did an interview, and he said that Google had just called him recently and told him that Rosenstein, who was running the FBI, and somebody else at the time, the people that were behind the Russia hoax through the FBI, that they were actually surveilling him, and that they had to wait 5 years to tell him, but he had no idea that he was being surveilled by the FBI. He just found out recently.
Kash Patel?
Yeah.
Shit.
Because he was on a committee, and they had, that's when they were doing the investigation on Rosenstein and all those others for the Russia hoax. He said that they were so pissed off that they were being questioned, that when they left the congressional hearing, they decided to investigate him. They were trying to get him because he dragged them into that hearing to question them about what they had done to Trump.
So here's how you deal with that. Right.
Close the damn thing down.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, roll some heads on the way in, right? Fire everybody and then replace them.
Don't. Why don't you? Isn't it past your bedtime?
Who, me?
No, Shadow.
It is. Like, it is past his bedtime.
Don't you have something else better to do? Like,
yeah. Get your whoopee and go take nappy time.
Does he have a whoopee? Do you have a whoopee?
If he does, that'd be very disturbing. He's all, yeah, I keep it next to my 40K action figures, my whoopies.
What you mean you refuse, Shadow? You don't have a choice, okay? You don't have free will over here.
Yeah, Shadoobie.
There's no such thing as free will. It is what it is.
It's just the way that Larry just said that made me think of Frank Sinatra song. You know, shadoobie doobie doo.
You should have put in the chat. I don't want to. I'm not sleepy.
I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to
stay up and watch the movie with the big kids.
Now, funny that you guys mentioned that, because as some of you know, I have kids, right? And my daughter has been fighting to sleep. You know, she's almost 2 now. And about 3 hours ago, my wife and I went to go check on our daughter because she's been getting up, and, you know, last week we heard my son screaming, "Help, Mama, help!" We go in there. My 5-year-old son is stuck underneath his 1.5-year-old sister, who is standing on his head and his chest, pulling his toys off of the shelf. So
wow.
we checked to see what she was doing this time. Thankfully, she wasn't doing that. She was asleep. Problem is how she was asleep.
Oh.
I've been there.
Those are my son's toys. She fell asleep trying to climb on top of his game board.
You know, they say that toddlers are drunk adults in small bodies.
Yes.
I don't know. But the fact that this girl, and we don't know how long she was like this, the fact that she could do that on one leg, I mean, she's a strong little girl. But I ain't never seen something like that. This girl's KO'd.
What do you mean, Teddy BTK appearing at the Sand Casino? What is the Sand Casino?
Amir,
Oh, Sand. Yeah. A famous casino that used to exist where Sinatra played a lot.
Yeah.
So
oh,
Oh,
because you're
when
singing.
he was
Yeah.
saying, yeah, when he was saying the shoe doobie doobie doo.
okay.
Yeah, but I just want to show you guys that because I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world. I couldn't believe she was like that.
It was
You know,
adorable.
my ex-wife has a picture somewhere of when my youngest was, you know, under 6 months old or a little over 6 months old. She was sleeping. We were taking a nap, her and I, and my wife at the time came in and took a picture of it because apparently we were in the exact same position.
Oh, cute.
Really?
Yeah. And both of us sleep with our eyes half lidded, so like half open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. I thought that was just like a thing that I got accused of doing. Obviously, I can't tell while I'm asleep, but I've seen pictures and people told me about it, and I always thought that was just some weird thing that I did.
It's a
As it turns
genetic
out, it's
thing.
genetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
I found out what my back problems are.
Really? What?
I got my legs measured, and one is longer than the other.
That'll do it.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are they gonna send you like a chiropractor or?
I mean, I think I'll probably have to get surgery to balance out the legs if I really want to remove my pain, because my pain is going to continue, and as I age, it's going to get worse. So,
Yeah, I can see that. Yes, Suka, they do. They dry out horribly, and it's very painful when I wake up. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, do you
that's-
get crust in your eyes because?
It's more around the edge, but because they're exposed to the air all night long, right?
Yeah.
They don't moisten. I'm not blinking. They're not covered, so
Oh,
they just dry out. They get really red and it's very rough feeling. Almost, I don't want to say sandpapery because they're eyeballs, because but yeah, it can be. What's really funny is because they do close partially, but not all the way. So when I open my eyes fully in the morning, the top part of my eyes are white, but the bottom part are just blood red. And for a long
yeah.
time when I was in junior high, I got accused of being a stoner because I'd never opened my eyes fully, and I always slept with my eyes open, so they always looked bloodshot, like I was high.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Suka,
thought about Sorry, go
I
ahead.
don't think. I'm sorry. Asuka, I don't know if I can make one shoe taller, but I do walk on my tiptoes, as Americans say, tiptoe. I walk on my tiptoes, and I don't notice it. I do that to make up. I didn't even know that I was doing that, but I figured it out, and they said that's common for people who have an imbalance. And then they measured my legs because of that, because they were watching how I walked. And they said, "You walk on your tippy toes. Did you know that?" And I said, "No, I didn't know." They said, "Yeah, you walking like you're doing ballet," and I didn't know.
It sounds like your body's unconscious. It's like subconsciously compensating for the
Yeah.
fact that for the
Yeah.
fact of the difference in that leg. It's
Well,
trying
I
to
didn't.
alleviate the pain.
Your
Yeah,
body,
that's the thing.
yeah, your body adjusts, and then you don't comprehend that you're doing something different than other people. Like they did a study where they had people wear glasses that actually inverted their view, and so they saw everything upside down. And
Mhm.
they found out that after a certain amount of time, their vision would actually correct for that, and they would be seeing everything right side up. Then they took the
Oh,
glasses off, and they saw everything upside down again, because their
wow.
body adjusted again, and they had to go through the adjustment period. So your body actually does adjust to those things, and you don't recognize it because it just is normal for you. It's just second
It's autonomic. Yeah.
Yeah.
The body is so amazing. The
It
body
is.
is amazing. I mean, you know, but yeah, and that's the thing. I didn't realize I was walking on my tippy toes, but I'm always in pain. I'm always in pain. I feel like I have the body of a 60-year-old woman, and it's just been getting worse and worse more recently. It's not. It's unbearable, and I get locked up. My body locks up. My pelvis. My legs don't want to move, and
It's from walking on your tippy toes for so long. Now your body say, "Hey, enough's enough." Because it's like, think
oh,
about it. I mean, I'm not a woman. I've never worn. It sounds like it's almost like wearing heels constantly,
it is.
and
It
eventually
is.
that's gonna affect your hips and everything else.
I feel good wearing heels. And the doctors are like, don't wear heels. But every time I don't wear heels, I'm in a lot of pain. And then they're like, oh, okay. So now they figured it out. They're like, yeah, you're compensating. And so now they said, like, the only way to do it is to either get surgery or just deal with it.
Yeah, they have orthopedic shoes, but they're not the best looking because they're for practical, not the look of them.
Mm-hmm.
But with Sam, I'm surprised they don't have something for your thing, like some sort of sleep mask or something that moistens your eyes or something.
They might. I don't
That's what I
know.
was
I've
about
never
to say,
looked
get a
into it.
sleep mask.
Using a
Yeah.
sleep mask probably could encourage your eyes to stay closed. You know how they have those patches that you just wrap around?
Yeah, it's possible. I never really looked into it. I just, I've been living with it for 4 decades. So,
So your
Use some of
body
your
adapts.
tentacles.
yeah. So, yeah. But I think Aaron Laura had some advice here for you. If it's not huge length discrepancy, physio and chiro, as in chiropractic, I think could work.
Yeah.
Former massage therapist. I worked in chiro clinics and treated many of these conditions. Fingers crossed you don't need surgery.
Yeah, that's what I was about to. That's what I was gonna say. A good chiropractor could probably help with that.
I am a little bit over a half inch in difference. So it's not that small, but
Yeah.
it's
Good night, Shadow. Dream of Aryan women.
go night night, Shadow. And like Samael said, listen to your uncle.
Yeah, trying to help the kid, but he's just not listening.
He's just, he's just slow. That's the thing. He's just slow. Is he gone? He's just
Yeah.
slow, I think there's something wrong with that kid, I think he's gone now. We gotta do something. One of us dropped him on his head when he was young. One of us did. I don't know who.
Poor kid can't go into any chat anywhere and not get some measure of shit.
No.
You always see him with this little Spartan hat and his, we got to get him one of those rubber padded hats like for the special kids, and we'll put the little thing on top of it so he doesn't know it's not armor.
The helmet.
Like it's a Spartan helmet, kid. There you go.
Put it on. We'll send him to stay with Zillage.
I think there's something wrong with him.
Like,
I'm in
is he
so
gone?
much pain.
She's like, is he gone? Look,
I think he's gone, so that's why I said that. Like now we can really talk. We can talk about it. Like
that poor kid. I gave him some shit yesterday that was pretty uncalled for too. So I'm just.
What did you raise his price to $22?
No, he posted a thing about the chick who had 100 dudes in one day, and I was just like, "What are you, jealous?"
Oh yeah, Mary doesn't know about that. There's some British girl or I don't know, European chick that slept with 100 guys in one day, and now she's mad about it.
Is she
No,
English?
she's not. That was the momentary thing. She's actually planning 1,000 guys in a day before the end of the year.
What?
Yes.
How do you like?
She was upset in the documentary for a brief moment after the fact because she was like, I don't even remember, like this just happened, and I don't remember all but like 10 of these guys because it just became mechanical at a certain point.
Yeah, that's right. She did say that in the interview. She said she only remembered like the first 10 guys.
Can we stop, please? Can we?
But Amira, we need your commentary on this stuff. That's why you.
What is there to say? What do you want me to say? What is a king to a god? What can I say? And like what what kind of insight or words of wisdom or some philosophy, what do you want me to do? She's what? Like, there's nothing to say.
Yeah, she's gonna end up. This will be the death of this girl. It will be. She's gonna keep up in that shit, and yeah, it's gonna be bad. I honestly have no interest in tracking this story or talking about it too much further because I find the entire thing disgusting and depressing, and I don't want to watch this girl destroy herself. So
Yeah, and apparently, even if some other model is warning her and telling her to stop what she's doing, it's like you said. I mean, I definitely get it. It's not a new subject. I mean, look at the Australian chick. It's not a new.
They're doing that so they can have a name for themselves on the worldwide stage. They want to be famous.
The
yeah,
cost isn't worth it. The cost is not worth it.
Yes, Yakub, goat cheese it's not even goat cheese at that point. This is not goat cheese is something beautiful. This is not goat cheese. This is disgustingness.
you know
Huh?
what's hilarious to me? Yellow Flash brought this up on Twitter the other day. Is that of the 100 guys in the assembly line, one of them brought flowers.
You see that there's one who is
The
actually a
classy
normal,
sicko.
he's probably a normal guy who's probably like, at least I can be a decent guy and bring her flowers before I never mind.
I think he's.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to stand out so he can get a second turn.
Well,
Offer me the flowers.
it's
Hopefully, go ahead.
the point that Yellow Flash made was that who the hell brings flowers into a room filled with condoms and stank?
Well, there's some people, there's some, stop it, Samaya. Why did you have to give me the visual and now I have a smell with it?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Because you do the visual and then the smell.
Yeah, Sam, you ruined it. We were about to get.
Oh,
extra-
yeah, I ruined it.
And she left. Thanks, Sam. Oh no, okay, she's still there. You do look like you're in pain and disgusted.
I'm both, actually. Actually, that's a very good observation, Larry. That's a very good observation. I'm in a lot of pain and I'm highly disgusted. Highly disgusted.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Okay.
like I said, I think this probably would be the last time I address it on a live stream anywhere because I just, like I said, I don't want to watch this girl destroy herself. I think it's fucked up that anybody would want to watch that.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, then let's change the subject. Amira, are you going to watch Nosferatu this Christmas?
What is it called?
Nosferatu. You know the classic Nosferatu vampire movie. There's a remake that's coming out on Christmas Day.
No, I don't know about it, but I'm interested. What
Yeah,
is it
and
about?
I am too.
the Nosferatu the vampire is being played by the same guy that played it with the Stephen King's It reboot, Bill Skarsgård. So it's basically
Is it a scary movie?
yeah
It's Dracula, essentially, with different names.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
interested. I'm definitely interested.
The original was a rip-off of Dracula in 1922. It was never supposed to get further than that because they were court ordered to destroy all extant copies by the Stoker estate who owned Dracula at the time, which I think is partially what contributed to modern German copyright law. And because it was a German film, silent film, black and white, very entertaining. But yeah, they're officially remaking it, and I'm excited for it. It looks good.
yeah it's coming out on Christmas Day.
Oh,
Ooh. And also you talk about marketing. The studio is selling a bed that is shaped as in Count Orlok's coffin. So it's a coffin bed, and for $25,000 you can have a replica of your very own to sleep in.
Yeah, that's a little much. That's almost the price of an actual coffin.
Yeah.
You know, a really shitty one, but still. Yeah. Yeah, I think this will be good. From what I understand, Willem Dafoe is in it as the Van Helsing stand-in,
Mhm.
which is funny because so if you guys remember back in the 90s, there was a movie called Shadow of the Vampire, which was a fictionalized account of the making of Nosferatu, and Willem Dafoe was in that too, playing Max Schreck, who played Count Orlok in the original.
Right. Well. Oh, are you okay?
No, I'm in a lot of pain. That's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm from grunting. I'm sorry.
No, we just want to make sure you're okay. Well, we're about to end the show anyway. Um, Devil and Sam's got somewhere to go, and today's show wasn't planned to be a long one anyway.
Yeah,
There,
but
I
you're
said it
cold,
after the fact. I said it after the fact. Now, because I didn't want to say it before, because every time I say it, we end up on here for 3 hours. Anyway, Devil, would you like to push anything?
Yeah. Just check us out at the pub, or the Pud, as it's now being called.
Yeah.
So in at 11, and yeah, that's it.
All right.
What pub?
Beelzebub, the show that we do on Devil's Channel here in about 45 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I might come by.
Yay!
I don't drink. I don't drink, but I'll be there.
Sure, be awesome.
Okay.
It's good stuff. It's good content.
What do you guys usually talk about?
Everybody
Okay.
brings one topic, so it's whatever you want to talk about. The whole point of it's supposed to be like friends in a bar just having the most ridiculous conversations. So it can be anything from politics to what the weather's like. It's all up to the person.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
They probably won't like me coming over because I have I have the same thing to talk about each time, and I think Samael and Larry are just about sick of me talking about it.
Well, well, the thing is that Tiny but Fierce is on that panel usually.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. That is guaranteed to cause an issue.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault that people are sensitive.
Aaron, no, I'm Mountain Time. Both Amira and Devil are on Pacific Time, and I think Larry is on Eastern, right?
Yep, Eastern.
Yeah.
In fact, there is somebody in the chat who actually, and I personally don't, I believe, does not live far from me at all. Not gonna say who this person is, but they have revealed their location before, and I was like, yeah. And I remember at the time when they said it, I was like, yeah, I'm not even an hour away from you. Like, if I want to find you.
You said, Anita, get a personalized soul insert to help with that difference in height.
Yeah, no, he's right.
Really?
Yeah, there
Where
are
would I
little
find-
things you can do.
Where would I find that?
You could probably
With-
get a prescription one from a podiatrist.
Yeah.
But you think with that big of a discrepancy, it wouldn't fit in normal shoes? Like I said, she'd probably have to get shoes with different size soles. And like I said, when you have those orthopedic shoes, it's very noticeable. So.
But you said they're not beautiful, right? They're like really ugly.
No, it's like,
oh hell no.
Yeah,
They're
it's like tennis
nursing.
shoes, and you'll have one sole that's like that thick, and the other one's like that thick.
Like
you can
nursing
visibly
shoes.
see.
It's the shoes that nurses wear.
I don't wear any type of trainer. I don't wear any trainers. So.
Well, I don't wear trainers either. I mean, why would I want to wear somebody who was teaching me how to work out or something? You can't.
Well,
wear
I don't work out in
personalized
trainers. I mean, like a lot of people wear trainers on a daily basis, but I don't. So.
I'm cracking a bad joke. I know trainers mean shoes. I was talking like trainers, like somebody training you, a person. Like,
am I saying it wrong?
No,
what
no,
am I
you're
saying?
not.
Sneakers.
Yeah.
Sneaker.
Trainers
Yeah,
are
I
fine. I mean, trainer is just what they say in England. It means the same thing, though.
Yeah, trainer.
It depends on where you're at. Like here in the in Wyoming, we just call them tennis shoes, even though most people who wear them out here don't play tennis.
I've heard that tennis shoes. I've heard that.
Mhm.
I've heard shoes. I've heard trainers. I've heard I've heard the full gamut. So it you know it's not wrong.
Sneaker.
Yeah,
Sneaker.
sneakers. I've heard
Yeah.
that. Amir, I don't
Hmm.
know if you're gonna be on tomorrow or not. Um, I'll have the list ready just in case, though. I've already got quite a few. I have to start throwing some topics out because I think I ended up with like 20.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We can go through it, and if anything, I can leave some for Sunday. Maybe we
Okay.
can come back again on Sunday.
Okay.
But what was I gonna say? No. Tomorrow I should be on, in case anybody wants to come by.
Okay. All right. And just so you guys know, I mean, of course, I'll be around Christmas. If you guys want to do a Christmas stream or whatnot, I will be around.
I don't. I mean, when is Christmas? It's on a Thursday, yeah.
Mhm.
That's on a Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday
Or
or
no,
Wednesday.
I think Tuesday
Tuesday's
is
Christmas Eve, and then Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So well, that means New Year's is going to be on a Wednesday too, then.
Yep.
Mhm.
Which is kind of odd. So that means we get the whole week off of work, don't we?
No. For some of us, we only get New Year's Day off. So
I work
Wow.
New Year's Day.
Yeah, like my wife, she works in IT, so she doesn't get Christmas Eve off, Christmas Day. She gets Christmas Day off, but then the next day she works, and then she's on call the week going into New Year's. She's on call that whole week.
I work in a casino that serves alcohol, so New Year's is one of the busiest days for us.
But yeah, no, I was just throwing that out there, Amir, because wasn't it like last year or the year before where you did a Christmas stream?
Yeah.
I think we
I
called it like Bah Humbug.
No, we said all I want for Christmas is a white, or something like all I want is a white Christmas, or something like that. Yeah, it was something racist, and
I remember that now.
all I want is a whites only Christmas. Is that
Right,
what
it was something like all I want is a white Santa. I don't know. It was something.
A white Rachel.
It was something racist, and it was fun. It was fun because the topic was talking about Black Santas being everywhere and how weird it looked. I mean, it just looked weird.
Amira,
Yes.
have you ever heard of Black Pete?
Huh?
Have you ever heard of Black Pete?
Black feet?
No,
Pete,
Black.
as in Peter.
Oh, Black Pete. No.
So he's apparently so he's Santa's helper. And Sam, what country was that that's getting a lot of flack?
Holland.
Yeah, he's a
No.
part of their culture, but now people are upset. They're upset that they celebrate Black Pete. He's just Santa's helper. But now they're saying it's racist.
Yeah,
Oh.
because he looks like he's wearing blackface because of all the suit and the chimneys.
Oh, that's a tradition. That has nothing to do
Yeah.
with face. That's a
Yeah.
tradition
Yeah.
for the what's it called, chimney cleaners.
Yep. But they also tried to cancel an entire country over this shit a couple
They
of
sure
years
did.
ago.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, and
Yeah.
they're still complaining about it this year. I read an article last week. Even this year, they're getting on them about it and trying to make them change it and stop.
That has nothing to do with Africans or
They
Black
don't-
people.
They don't care.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say anything else.
No, go ahead. This is Abyssal Musings.
Oh no,
You're allowed
okay. So, but the thing is, when we don't have Black people represented anywhere, then it's a problem. And when you have Black things with Black features, then it's a problem because you're making fun of it. That's not making fun of it. Even if it were an actual Black person, that wouldn't be making fun of it. It's a dark person with curly hair. Okay.
Mm.
So is it Africans are not dark people with curly hair? What? They're not saying he's a monkey. Like what? I don't know. And if there's no representation, then it's a problem. Then why aren't there any black people represented? Why is there's no black? I don't know.
Well, that's kind of the point, isn't it? You can't win.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
really
that is the
can't.
point.
And the thing is, this really actually has nothing to do with a race at all. This is a
Mhm.
chimney sweeper.
Well, so Black Pete is like Larry said, Santa's helper. Santa comes down the chimney and gives gifts to the children. Black Pete comes down and stuffs bad children into a sack and carries them off.
He's basically like Krampus.
Ah,
Sort of the precursor for it, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. They had his, this has nothing to do with, and Sam, did you correct me if I'm wrong? But at the time, blacks weren't even in Holland, so so they didn't even they didn't even know about.
So, yeah, the Dutch are often credited with the Atlantic part of the transatlantic slave trade, and yeah, they were kind of the main traffickers during that period. But Black Pete's been around since before Holland started doing that, before they ever encountered black people. So yeah,
Yeah, and a lot of
it's so
people were.
silly.
Yeah,
They're
it is.
not doing it in a way to stub their nose at black people. They're not doing it in a way to make fun of black people. They're not saying, "Oh, black people are under everybody else." This is an admirational thing. This is an endearment. This is part of the culture. It's a beautiful thing. People love that character, and
Mhm.
and people are taking offense to that.
Yeah,
Liberals got to ruin
Mostly,
everything.
yeah, it's mostly middle-aged and college student-aged white women in America who are taking offense to it. Nobody else cares.
Oh, like always.
Yeah.
yeah.
They
All
feel
right.
like
Well,
being
Anywho,
offended for black people is their way of giving a charity. Sorry, Larry, I'll stop.
no. Go ahead.
I know you're done with the show. I'll just
No. Look, go ahead. We're free flowing. Say what
no.
you want to say. I gave you the
I,
floor anyway.
uh, thank you all for joining us tonight. It has been such a pleasure. What you said? So thank you all for joining us tonight. It has been such a pleasure, and I want to excuse my co-hosts today, Samael mostly, and Larry as well. They don't know what they do. You know, their parents dropped them on their heads when they were babies. They just don't remember it, and
oh, my mother remembers it.
they have been getting better through time. Sometimes they have regresses, and this is one of those nights where they have regressed. But don't worry, I will take care of this once we get offline. I have a whipping stick, and I will not afraid to use it. So yeah, and Devil, he has been rather well behaved today, so we should all give him credit for that as well, because there are days where he doesn't act like he has any common sense either. So I think that things could have been better today, but I hope you all enjoyed it no matter what, and I hope you guys will return.
So she threatens us and congratulates the father of lies.
Well, I am racist,
Yes.
so I don't like octopuses, so
Not many people do. It's fine.
That's all right. And folks, I
We're,
mean,
we're
look,
plotting to eat the whole world anyway, so it's
yeah,
fine. Yeah.
and
see, I
don't
knew it.
worry, and don't worry about our safety. I mean, Sam can fly away, and that's for me. As long as I stay in the fields picking the cotton on her plantation, she's fine. She knows if
Well,
I
I do
go,
burn a lot of clothes. I do need more to be made, so
yeah, because if she gets rid of me, that just leaves Carrie out there by himself, and you don't want to leave Carrie to his own devices by himself.
what will he
Anyway,
do with that radiator,
exactly.
the engine block?
As for me, guys, you can see me tomorrow on the world famous Exile Lioness 2 channel as a moderator in the chat. And you can catch me right here next week on Abyssal Musings, which will be the last Abyssal Musings before Christmas. So I would like to do something special, maybe have some kind of quiz. Um, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do one, but it's not going to be anything like the other ones. It's going to be a straight up quiz, no fancy theatrics, you know, but it's going to be a straight up quiz with a couple of different topics to bring up, and and just gonna make it so that everybody can see and understand what's going on. And we've lost Sam.
No, he's trying to run before we get off. Don't worry, Sam. You can't run. I know where you live.
That's exactly what he did.
Mhm.
All righty. Let's see. I guess that is it. You guys check out the pub, check out the Exile Linus 2 channel, and with that,
I yield my time.
Exactly. Thank you.